Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Read
Let's
Haze
read.
in Equestria.
And
Chapter 4.
No, it's not Chapter 4. It's fourth chapter. Haze in an airship.
Of course. How foolish of me. Nehor, would you like to take us off?
Meyer was the narrator last time.
Hence why I'm saying that Meyer, would you like to take us off as the first line is narration? Meyer isn't here, is he?
He dropped.
Fucking
Silver Haze was groaning as he was...
his PC crashed!
As he was woken up by the sound of Luna gently snoring.
No, it's snoring.
Snowing. Sorry.
Snoring. It's snoring. It's like a spring noise.
Okay. Snoring. He's from Brooklyn. Alright. Good morning, sleepy... Wait, hold on. What? Okay. Oh, fuck, this is Sleepy Luna. Sleepy Luna's line.
Wait.
That's weird.
It's weird. Okay, anti-horse music. Do it.
Okay,
Good
the word
morning.
No, that's not your only... That's not the only part of the line.
Good morning, Sleepy Luna whispered. Oh, God.
Even Sleepy Luna was greeting people.
Even Sleepy Luna was sleepy.
Silver groaned. I, no capitalization, got up from my bed. Wait, Silver groaned. Then I got up from my bed and went to the door. I peeked back at Luna, who was sleeping peacefully in her bed. My head suddenly hurt from all of the booze we drank last night. I felt strange and happy, which I never feel when I have a hangover. And sads. Sads, multiple sads.
I have a sad now.
The time same. Let me repeat that. I felt strange and happy and sads all at the time same.
Are you sure you're not still drunk?
Apparently,
This isn't art.
Yeah.
This isn't art.
He just wakes up and goes, God, why is there so much blood in my alcohol system?
Basically.
Listen,
I left for the bathroom where I would wash... The bathroom where I would wash my face and could put cold water on myself. And I sighed. Silver Haze could only suddenly feel sadder about how home was gone.
Okay, so apparently barroom is a very common misspelling because I look it up in a bunch of places that are selling like bathroom floors have spelled them barroom floors.
What the fuck? Also, like, as a fun fucking fact here, again, we are switching constantly between Silver Haze in the first person and Silver Haze in the third person. So
when
Silver Haze and
Silver
Haze, are hanging out together.
And
is that Meyer?
Yeah, that is.
Could it be Meyer? Quick!
Yes.
We are reading.
Continue with the narration.
I will. I'll get to the end of this paragraph, and then you pick up on the next one.
Immediately after we say.
Okay. Continue.
All right, sir. Silver Haze could only suddenly feel sad. Could only suddenly feel sadder about how his home was gone. But he had to look forward. He remembered the day Luna and Celestia left the flowing... Celestia left the floating island and left him there with his father, who he hated, who was sad, but got over it. And everyone called them treaters. Because...
Okay, so Floying is the name of a reverend.
I don't care.
Thompson.
Everyone called them tretiers.
Those goddamn tretiers. Because when they left, they took the tree of harmony with them, which was part of the island of friendship, and was very important and made lot of alicorns very angry.
Wait. So the tree was very important, and the tree made lots of alicorns very angry.
Yes. That is why they took it. But they were even more angry because they had nothing to be angry about anymore.
He sighed as he suddenly realized the time and thought he was very hungry all of a sudden, and so I walked over to the door and left and walked into the hall and walked around the soldiers and maids and help parted ways in the early morning, as I already knew where the kitchen was, somewhere around here, and so he continued to walk to the kitchen. And when he got there, he knocked to Sid, Celestia, and the main six, were already almost finished eating, and he sat down and ordered hay and grass salad.
Salad. Oh my god, it's like salad, like how SpongeBob
What
says
Davy Jones' locker is a salad.
Okay, this is Celestia, who, by the way, to make up for the poor punctuation earlier with not knowing who has things, he put in 2 sets of quotation marks.
Wait. No, you have to say the quotation mark in the sentence now.
Alright, I will. Quotation mark, quotation mark. Did you enjoy your late night shenanigans with Luna, Silver Haze?
Did you enjoy banging my sister?
Said Celestia. I looked around, surprised that she heard them last night. Jesus.
So someone else had a turn?
I look at Twilight. She seemed mad, disappointed, and sad all at once.
A lot of emotions going around here. Silver Haze.
Yeah,
we need to talk. Come out into the hallway with me.
Said Twilight Sparkle. Silver comlied. Complied. Silver complied, and they walked out into the hallway. Twilight looked me in the eyes.
Me and In are separated by 2 spaces.
Yeah.
Sylvie. Sorry, just Sylvie.
So stupid.
It's not something that Twilight does.
Sylvie.
You see, Sylvie.
Sylvie.
We need to talk about your sexual harassment.
There's something I want. No!
No!
Need to tell you.
Twilight looked down, clearly nervous about something she needed to tell him.
We hates him, but we loves him. No! We don't talk to the servers.
I loved you since the moment I saw you.
Oh god.
Oh, there it is.
I want to die.
I lost my place because it was just too cringy.
Twilight's lavender face.
You know, I'm gonna blame this on the fact that it's all one massive paragraph.
Twilight's lavender face turned bright pink.
I already.
No, this is me.
Oh.
Yeah. I already knew that, Twi.
New spell K-N-E-W.
You said Pastio Natalie.
Oh, yes.
This is so Silver, I think.
But you see, I've known Luna for a very, very, very long time. And then I didn't know her for like 2,000 years. And now I know her again.
And
she's always been a dear to me.
Like the animal.
Yeah.
Silver looked at Twilight. She seemed disappointed, so Silver kissed her on the cheek.
But that doesn't... Yeah.
The cheek.
Yeah, okay. But that doesn't mean I hate or
It's
like, but it doesn't mean I hate or dislike you. You or anything. In fact, I feel like I have a strong connection with you.
See, this is why you don't pour water on the Twilight bot.
Everyone in the castle heard you fucking the Princess of the Night last night, but you could still kiss me, unprompted. He finished and kissed her again on the lips. That's not the only thing he finished. Ooh. Twilight sighed, but also frowned because she was very conflicted. But before she could continue, Twilight's friends called for her, so she had to leave, and Silver Haze just stood there and sighed before I walked towards the entrance to the kitchen behind her.
Twilight's friends, as in, like, Twilight's plural friends.
I think the narration switch from perspectives is a bigger glaring issue there with that sentence.
Well, that's been happening all.
You're a part of this story.
Scene transition. One of the elite Canterlot guard was stationed outside of Canterlot. The guard was bolstered. The guard was bolstered after the Changlings had almost completely overpowered them. It was a nice day out. Expect for a strange storm cloud coming towards them, but the Pegasus had already flown out to deal with it. This author makes me forget how to read English words.
Okay. Is a Changling like a Chinese changeling or something?
Okay, so I think this author is a combination of too young and also dyslexia.
And probably writing way too fucking fast.
And also probably just generally not knowing English.
With it,
hello, I have Guard of Celeste.
I'm just gonna pick up from the middle of this run-on sentence. Deal with it, and even though they haven't been heard from in a while, he knew they were probably just working on it. Suddenly, a roar ripped through the air, and screeches were heard in the distance, and the guard looked up. Now, this is all one sentence, Duhad. Looked up to see a pitch-black dragon rise from the clouds, and he breathed fire, and the guard lit Hitadestra's beacon and watched in horror. Beckon, and watched in horror as hundreds of shadow creatures flew out from the cloud as the began to attack Canterlots.
Okay, I don't know where to begin.
Hold on.
How about let's just not start?
No, because there's one thing you failed to mention about this paragraph, which is very important.
Yeah.
Despite all the capitalization he misses at the start of sentences, he did manage to capitalize in the middle of fucking words. Pegasus suddenly roar. So these are those ones they get capitalization. No explanation, no period, no reason why they should be capitalized. Just
Hey, at least Changlings gets capitalized.
Like I want to know, are Changlings like Chinese Chang?
Okay, so
you made the joke
Nero,
before.
when you add this inevitably to the great works of writing,
I need to have this entire sentence.
You have a lot to work from.
Yeah.
Silver was scene transition. Silver was just about to finish eating when suddenly a bunch of start over. Silver was just about to finish eating when suddenly a bunch of screamings were heard outside. He looked and saw the dark monsters looking around and attacking the place and looting all the ponies. And he yelled out, and everybody noticed and also yelled and shouted, and Celestia told the elements,
"We need the elements!"
And Twilight shouted,
"I want to die." We gave them to the Tree of Harmony. We are defenseless. Oh no, defenseless.
Oh no, defenseless.
Defenseless.
I love the fact that literally at the end of the sentence, she then goes, "Oh no."
And there's nothing to separate that, so it's defenseless.
Oh no.
I can totally see this being animated in MS Paint.
Yeah.
But Silver said...
Oh, yes, Silver said, "No, we are not. We can still fight it. We need to use light magic to defeat it, apparently." That was not... Sorry, so let me first reiterate. Let me first go over this again and point out. I'm not adding the apparently here. That is in the story.
It's actually not apparently, it's apparently.
Apparently, but still. We can still fight it. We need to use light magic to defeat it apparently. That is, they're weak-ing. And we need to get the unicorns to attack it. I'll buy some time. Silver, no.
Gosh. I think he meant weakness, but he failed. I'm sorry, the author is actually a she. I figured that out.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Meyer, step aside.
Whatever. It used weaking instead of weakness. I don't know how you get that mixed up.
Alright, let's continue to read your
Silver, no, Luna!
Shouted at him as he leaped through the window and glided off into the distance.
This looks like a job for someone else!
To get the true meaning of this story, you just have to read it all in one breath. The whole story.
No, every paragraph.
Because that's how it was written.
Between, you get one breath.
Yeah.
Oh god, I read that.
Yeah, we'll be generous. You get one breath.
Oh god. Yeah!
Yes!
Silver yelled as he pounced on one of the shadow monsters, breaking its neck and turning it into dust, and then he turned around and bucked the other one in the back, turning it to dust as well.
I'm imagining a shadow monster with like it's like all formless and shadowy, but it's got like this really clear neck. Like separating one shapeless blob from another that he can just break. We need to fight forward!
He yelled to the guard as he ran forward ahead of them, fight the shadow monsters with his magic as he led the guard who followed him when they saw he was an alicorn and came from the castle. Suddenly, the shadow beasts began to retreat, and he cheered, but before he could stop himself, he was almost crushed by a giant dragon leg, and he looked up to see the dragon destroying the city. He had not seen before, so he yelled.
I have not seen
this before, so I'm gonna kill it. For my homeland, which this is not.
And charged up his magic, blasting the dragon in the leg, bringing him down to kneel, and then he unfurled his wings and flew up, running along his arm, dogging his fire and swipes.
The dragon is now flying along his arm?
I don't know.
So apparently this is actually fucking Godzilla.
And swipes until he got to his back, then he grabbed a chain.
He graved.
He graved a chain and wrapped it around the dragon's neck, and then
he raped it.
He raped it.
Okay,
that's the great work of writing right there. Let's read this magnificent excerpt one more time.
Give you my heart.
Then he unfurled his wings and flew up, running along his arm, dogging his fire and swipes, until he got to his back. Then he grabbed a chain and raped it around the dragon's neck, and then flew up, and using the chain as a guide, he flew down quickly and did a small sonic rain boom, only it was black, and it cut right through the dragon's neck, decapitating him and causing him to fall down, dying. The wrong fucking dying.
He fell down and died in the rest of the city.
It's a Ranon boom.
Decapitating him.
A Ranon boom. A sonic Ranon boom.
I was going to complain that's yet another OC who pulls off a fucking black sonic rain boom, but you're right, it's not. It's a Ranon boom.
Yeah, it's a Ranon boom.
So, okay.
Boom. At least she's a wretched hole.
This story's gonna fucking kill me. Twilight and Luna came to greet Silver Haze as he flew to the ground.
You're so brave, sir. Silver.
Oh, senpai. I love
Freudian
you.
Senpai.
That was Freudian slip, like, vicariously through the author, said Luna, as she nuzzled him and kissed him on the cheek.
On the cheek. Cheek. At which point Luna was like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing kissing my man?
Good work, Silver. I wish you couldn't do it. I mean, I knew you could do it.
Said Twilight, somewhat flirtatiously.
You can be my wingman anytime, Twilight. I mean, thanks, girls. I couldn't have done it without you.
What did they
said-
do?
What did they do?
They didn't help you rape the chain around his neck and
I
cut
love
off his
you,
head with a
Superman,
sonic
and I
random boom.
love you too, random citizen.
Silver said, trying not to show bias over one another. Oh my god.
God.
Well, is he gonna show bias to the one who slimed his dick, or not?
God damn, I'm just imagining goddamn like Slimer. Like the goddamn ghost, like a goddamn Ghostbusters porn parody. She slimed my dick. Now we need to tell the princess about the smoke that's coming. Big
That's
smoke.
calming.
So apparently Godzilla Dragon was enough to turn back the smoke monsters, which were not stopped by an entire army of warrior gods.
And it was
You're
only
forgetting,
one.
Silver is the special.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he also has the Ranon boom.
Oh,
Silver
course.
said as he began running down the hallway.
Silver without capitalization for either the name or the fact that's the start of the sentence.
And the paragraph, which is, Silver rushed through the hallways, looking left and right, up, down, frantically for the Princess Celestia. Silver Haze found her. Oh my god, a short, simple sentence in this story. She was ordering some guards around.
Oh, another one.
Princess!
Silver tried to get the princess's attention, and it worked.
How urgent is this?
Arrogant.
How arrogant.
Arrogant.
How arrogant are you,
How arrogant is this, Silva?
She said firmly.
I came here to tell you about the smoke. When I was at my homeland, the smoke monster came from the island of Kush and attacked us. I had to flee. It was the last time I saw it, but the smoke must have followed me here. I want me. I want me so bad.
Oh god.
We have a tool.
No, that's why he's not showing bias towards either of them. He's suddenly fallen in love with himself.
Try that, Luna.
He slimed his own dick.
I love you both, but there's
We
only one
have
of you
to prepare
watching.
Equestria!
That's right.
Exclamation point.
No, yeah. We have to prepare Equestria! Exclamation point, period. Celestia nodded. Wizzly.
I agree. Oh, never mind. I got the quotes of the narration mixed up there because there was no consistency whatsoever.
Yep.
I agree, Silver Haze. We must be ready for this bad smog to come and destroy Equestria. Still, I don't thick, but we have time to
Oh,
figure.
If only
out a
that
way
F
to
was a
stop
different letter.
it. Celestia yelled, "I agree."
If only that F was a different letter, this would have been so much funnier.
Wait. I just realized if Celestia yelled. Celestia yelled.
Celestia yelled.
She yells, Celestia yelled, and then she agrees with herself.
And then Luna spoke. Twilight
I have
thought
no
for a
idea what
moment.
she said, but she spoke.
Luna spoke. Yeah.
I was just gonna
go
point out,
ahead.
like, the thing is, like, with the way the whole thing is written, I mean, obviously it's supposed to be that Celestia yelled is supposed to be, like, you know, like, there's supposed to be, like, some quotation marks around there and stuff, but, like, if that is the case, who the fuck is saying what? Like, this is all clearly supposed to be Celestia, then Celestia yells, I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's supposed to be Luna that's supposed to say I agree.
It's supposed to be Luna's line, but
Okay.
it's not, because it's still Celestia
Right.
speaking.
So Luna spoke.
So all
Luna
we have
spoke.
To, all we have to assume is that Luna spoke, and we just don't know what she said.
Luna spoke.
He wasn't
Twilight
paying
thought for a moment before also chiming in. We need to go find something on this smog. I think this is the same kind of smog that Sombra was using to take over the Crystal Empire. Maybe they have something there. Everyone nodded agreement, and so did Silver Haze.
Everyone
Silver
agreed.
Haze.
Everyone agreed, as did Silver Haze.
Everyone unanimously agreed. Also, the Mary Stew also did. He's a Mary Stew.
All of my friends and Silver Haze.
I groan suddenly as I realize something.
Oh,
As I read
Whoa!
it.
Oh, sorry. Oh god. All right. What is it? Sugar cube?
egg shaker Kube.
Sugar
I think that was-
cube.
Oh,
I
suppose
said-
haven't gotten much of a
Okay.
line, so
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
would like
Applejack,
to
go.
take this.
Go
I would
ahead.
like to take the anti.
Applejack.
What is it, Sugar Cube?
Silverside.
I actually. Also, I did like. There's just a point here. I legitimately thought like, oh, some sort of weird delayed reaction on his alcohol consumption. No, it's Stone Cold Sober Applejack.
Dude, he's already he's still
Like,
drunk.
what the fuck is
Whoa,
I saw
the
this on, I was like, yeah, that's probably it.
Inebriation.
Will
Well,
the train?
Well, trains are at a
Well, no, this is him responding to Applejuke,
He
and Applejuke will then
He's
say
basically-
something.
he's
This is,
basically
there's
making
no
fun of-
indication.
I
He's
know.
basically just making fun of
Well,
her.
no, okay, no, you know that it's that this is an Applejack because he's legible.
I see.
Whoa, the train
Somewhat.
out of commotion. The trains were out of commotion because they were attacked. It seems all hope seems to be lost. All hope seems lost. Seems lost.
Sugar Cube. This is the Equestria where Teal'c about here. We need you to save the world. You're the only one who can save us.
UUS.
I like how
US.
I like how she starts speaking normally towards the end of that.
And then
Applejack
You're
said-
the only one who can save us.
You're right. horribly slurring Applejack. Silver
Your,
exclaimed.
Your
There
personal
has to-
right.
Wait. Hold on a second.
You're
You're
That's you.
right,
You
Applejack. Silver acclaimed. There has to be hope. No
There has to
punctuation.
still
Silver looked towards Celestia and Luna and spoke.
When you left Oregononi,
or Reikionly.
you took my father's prize ship. Also, apparently, this is in addition to the tree, I suppose. Do you still have it?
Celestia gasped.
Well, yes, but it's been over 3,000 years old at this point.
Oh, right.
But
of
it
course.
is over 3,000 years at this point.
Wow.
Silver
No.
Silver grinned.
My
Grind.
father
Grind.
always build the ship to last.
Nice.
My father always build that ship to last. Yo,
Doesn't
you
this
know
sound like the plot of Doctor Who? That they like stole a ship from the race of the
Oh
people?
my
Oh
God,
my
you're right.
god.
Celestia's the
Yeah,
doctor.
and then they all died.
Oh my god.
I really hope they all die.
That makes Luna the master. Oh God!
Fuck.
Ah, it's so correct. The light shone in from the newly opened cave to reveal the wooden and iron ship. The light reflected off the metal, though most of it was covered in a fine layer of dust and rust. So the light was covered in dust and rust. Okay, I got
And
you.
also, the light shone SHOAN.
My father built
Shoshone.
ships. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was thinking. But like, so basically, my father always built ships to last. It doesn't rust-proof them though, so you know it's kind of fucked, and also won't last
have-
very long.
They don't have rust-proofing magic. They only have impractical forms of magic. The ship appeared to the ship appeared to be in terrible shape, though
The silence.
Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! No, just read this fucking thing, and then I need to explain how fucking stupid this is.
Okay, no interruptions here. The ship appeared to be in terrible shape, though the silos still looked usable, and the two balloons underneath the craft, uninflated in their metal cages, and the large magical cannons that dotted the sides of the craft.
Okay, so the cannons I could see being like, okay, the rest of the ship is like gone to hell, but the cannons are salvageable. But in this metal ship, the only things that are salvageable are the cloth sails and the fucking inflatable balloons. literally the two things most likely to rot away immediately, and the unsalvageable are the only things salvageable.
Well, it says they're uninflated, so they might be popped or something.
Right, but like even so, like they should have like rotted. Like this is like saying
They
like
should be gone.
it's like saying like, well, this like the person's been missing for 30 years and is presumed dead. Clearly, all the bones would have rotted away by now, but we can still find the flesh.
Also, for the record, Siles is a automotive electronics sales company in the UK.
Okay, so that's still usable.
Yeah.
That
So
makes
I mean,
sense.
like
There's an
they've
auto-
supposedly
Yes.
been open for 30 years. So like,
Oh,
Well,
so
Even though it looked like on the 3 propellers on the back of the craft was almost completely unusable, the sense of awe the craft brought was still very apparent. Written along the side of the craft was its designation.
the dick butt.
UAF star Peacemaker.
One of the best craft mac and cheese in the entire
One of the best boxes of craft.
One of the best ships in the fleet was
One
a
of the best
fucking.
craft singles in the world.
I like the idea that like he's like, yep, this is one of the best like crafts in the entire fleet. Like the one with like the rotted out hull and the broken ass propellers. Yep, our fleet is terrible.
To be fair, he
This
said
is why we
their
lost.
Fleet, but this is literally all there is to their fleet right now.
Yeah, oh, it's an apple juke.
God,
It's
I
your
just
line.
realized. What a fine beaut she is. Darn to and I haven't seen something like this might since Flim and Flam came.
Oh my god.
Butte is a real estate and property management company for the Red Sea.
It's a fian or a fine spelled with a Y.
That is
It is
a
your
code word meaning fine by Abbott and Troy from the TV show Community.
Fine. Hey,
What's my line? Whose line is it anyway?
it's Twilight Knuckles.
0 0 time. Yep.
Yeah, Applejack. I completely agree with whatever the hell you just.
I like the idea that she's like mentally handicapped and so it's alright.
She's literally Timmy in like the group. She's going around. Like, "Ah, yeah,
Blah, 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 Timmy! Twilight said in just as much awe as her friend. Silver grinned as he saw
Grind.
the old ship.
Silver grind.
Okay, this is Think Me and then Celestia. Okay, so this is the plan. We have to fly to the Crystal Empire, which I know about now. So it will be a tough flight, but I have been flitting ship like this ever since I was a young colt.
We wish
Since I
we could
was a
come
young
with
boy,
you.
I played fligging ships.
Oh yeah, so two capitalizations for the price of one.
Yeah. We wish we could come with you, Prince Haze.
We wish to come to you.
We wish
Yep,
you a Merry Christmas.
2 words.
So that's what you said.
Celestia said.
I
Yeah,
changed the tab. Somebody else read it for me and I'll catch up.
Celestia said.
Celestia said.
Also,
What?
I know this is like one of those. This is kind of like my patent. Duhad gets annoyed by something that it really shouldn't bother with at this point because the rest of the story is so shit that like, why bother getting mad about something like this trivial? But in this chapter, the thing I am extremely annoyed by, and probably shouldn't be, is the characterization of Celestia. For God's sake, is she supposed to be, like, angry at Silver Haze and doesn't like him? Is she a grumpy authority figure? Is she the cool authority figure who's, like, who's like supporting him every step of the way? Is she
She's a
aloof? Like,
tsundere.
what the fuck is her actual motivation and characterization in
Yes.
the story?
She is
Yeah.
she is a tsundere, so she's a dick to him, but she secretly wants.
She wants the Grease's knob, if you know what I'm talking about.
But it's not even that. Like,
Celestia.
it honestly just comes
It's
off
not,
like
it's not like I want to help you save Equestria or
No, wait,
anything.
it's
Don't get
not-
the wrong idea.
it's not even that. It's
It's not
like,
like I want to have a
like, I hate
foursome
you-
with
I
me.
hate you, you're-
Consulates of the
like,
evening.
I hate you. You're dumb. I don't want to ever talk to you again. Please, brave
Okay.
hero, save my country from the evil. I will reward you as a hero should. Here
All right,
is-
I will.
Get the wrong
Brian
idea.
Kick-
I'm only doing it because it's the right thing to
Wait.
do.
There's a lot wrong with this. There was no punctuation that said
Yeah.
capital B, but lowercase e Equestria needs us to stay here and rule it. We will try to prepare Equestria as good as we can, but it is all up to you and Twilight to save Equestria.
I think that's no. Oh no, that's
Loon-
like the
no.
second time that Twilight's capitalized.
Okay, Luna, sadly.
Yeah, Luna sadly but knowingly agreed with her smarter, wiser older sister, knowing she was completely right in everything she did.
Wow, there's some self-esteem issues there.
I will miss you, Hey,
Okay, Wizard is a program for teachers.
Sylvia Prentes, but I have every bit of faith in you.
Luna spoke. Silver nodded as he helped the main six get onto the craft.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, this is
We
Silver.
went from main six with a number
To main six with a word. To
Dang.
yeah.
To capitalize now.
Yeah,
It's
they're moving up in the world.
Damn.
We will be back. We'll be back before you know it. Fry me a kipper. I'll be back before breakfast. Then we will fight the darkness and win. And be heroes. And avenge my homeland! Exclamation point, 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 exclamation point,
And then two more after that. Silver waved as he stood at the control panel of the ship, snapping his snapping his neck. He magicked the controller and forced it forward. Yet nothing happened. He pushed it a bit farther, and nothing happened. And so Silver kept pushing the controller back and forth, and nothing happened.
Oh my
Nothing's
God,
happening
it
because
really
he's
goes-
dead right now.
He's snapping his neck. He magized a controller.
Oh, there's so
Also,
much
again,
wrong.
he's fucking like summoning a PS2 controller to like fly his goddamn like warjet.
It's an Atari controller. There's only like a couple of buttons.
This reminds me of a freaking like the other story that Kick-Ass 222 your mom wrote that Soundspeed had a reading of, but he took it down for whatever reason, and I'm really mad about that because it was amazing. Where like at one point in the middle, Rainbow Jack Dash just
Rainbow
like
Jack.
accidentally snaps her neck and falls straight down, and the only conclusion they make is that she just turned her head too hard.
The story went from living the dream to Apple Short.
Yeah. And didn't we read that one? Like me and
Yeah,
Soundspeed Cabral and Kick-Ass 222 your mom himself.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
that one.
and it's up on the
Well,
channel.
Applejack sighed. Oh yeah, link to that in the description. Applejack sighed as she got to the engine room of the ship, looking around. She noticed one of the old devices was trying to move, but was blocked by a trapped rock in the turbine.
Traped.
The turban? What?
How many P's are in the words of this author's words? Or is like the last thing on my
Words.
mind right now, honestly.
The high in
Oh, okay, no.
Equestria
She actually spelled turbine.
is going down
Oh
here.
my god, I look terrible.
This darn rock is gammed
Okay, now she didn't spell turbine right.
and the turbine
Torbjorn!
is cocked out. Duke's out for Harambe. There we go. It's out.
She's just calling it out. Did she just? Is this food Applejack?
Between two quotes, Applejack managed to like narrate an entire action in the story for us. Suddenly, the turban, unrestricted, began rapidly spinning as all the lights came on. At the exact moment, Silver pushed the thrusters up to maximum power.
Maximum overdrive.
We've made it to Plaid. The scene transition. The side of Canterlot Mountain exploded as a giant ship.
Mountain.
Capital exploded. The side of Canterlot Mountain exploded, TM, as a giant ship burst through the rock and began sailing towards the horizon at a raped rate. Carrying a crew of screaming ponies, well, that's why they were screaming, as it rocketed towards the north.
Oh god. There is a very large difference between rape and
Oh
rap.
my god.
Speed of
The rape barge has no brakes.
That's so awful. Celestia blinked as she looked at the brand new giant ship-shaped hole in the side of her castle. We don't just scene. There are these unnecessary scene transitions here. It's like this is all happening in the same fucking scene, just from different perspectives. You idiot! Sighing, she turned to her sister.
Is she using the Bink video engine now?
Are you sure this is a wise choice, sister? We know little to nothing of what kind of pony Silver is now. For all we know, he could be leading our greatest defenses to their deaths.
Luna shook her head in disagreement.
I know, Silver. He will not give up. He will be the one to save us all.
How do you know this, Luna? Because we had sex last night.
Yeah, I examined
After
his.
I got, like-
they have the genetics.
No,
of the-
it's like I know he's trustworthy. Like, how do you know that? Because we had sex last night. Wait,
And he
what?
didn't leave.
Because I got him because he got incredibly shit-faced. Wait, so your argument is that he's trustworthy because he gets shit-faced and has sex with people? Yes.
Yes!
That
A
is
true
why
hero I have not met since last Saturday night at the bar.
that is why I must shake my head in disagreement.
We're almost done here.
Different scene transition. UAF Peacemaker. Capitain's Quarters.
Capitan.
Captains.
Scene transition. Twilight was on the couch of the lounge room of the ship.
Of the preposition.
She could see Silver in the captain's quarters. It looked like he was getting himself off, reacquainted with the room.
What?
Twilight couldn't keep her eyes away from the ravishing black stallion in the other
Stop.
room, getting himself off. She felt a tingling between her back. Oh damn! Going right for the horse pussy. Back legs, and suddenly the black stallion seemed even more attractive than he already was. She could feel wetness between her legs. Hey, it's like the other night. And her curiosity overcame her. She had to know, had to feel it inside her. Twilight.
Come from?
Oh God. She really likes guys who just sleep around with her friends. Twilight gingerly walked to the door, slightly hesitant at first, but then became more confident as her curiosity and also moisture grew.
Grade asshole confirmed.
This is you.
You know.
Prince Silver.
Twilight said as she peeked her head through the door and he peeked his head out.
Hi, Twilight. No.
Oh yeah, he turns around and like Shining Armor's head just kind of comes up from behind him.
No, she says, hey, Prince Silver, and then he turns his head and it's out.
Silver looked up from what he was doing. Don't need to say what it was. Just
Oh, hey Twilight, what's up?
pounding it.
Pounding.
Pounding it. Pound. Silver Haze. Just Silver Haze. Just his name.
Mind if you come in? I mean, I come in for a moment.
And you can come in. Twilight asks.
Sure, yeah.
The pound in the back. He said, Twilight opened the door some more to enter, then shut the door behind her. Is that like a euphemism for sex?
Apparently.
Let's play house. I'll be the door and you can slam me all day and night. Okay.
You should have written this story, Nero.
Yeah, this would have been much more
You should
entertaining.
totally make a rewrite of it.
I would have just made fun of the whole concept. So. What are you wearing? I mean, what are you doing?
She asked shyly.
Nothing at all. I mean, that's here. Oh, I'm just looking around.
Through these
It's
magazines.
like memory lane for me.
Looking around through these magazines.
I lost my virginity on that desk, said Silver.
That's,
Do you know my dad has a bunch of pictures from his wedding night?
That's nice to hear, Twilight said.
That's
Oh,
nice to hear.
My God.
Said Twilight said. She bumped into a shelf with her pussy and knocked over her compass.
Oops. Sorry. Let me pick that up with my foot.
Said Twilight.
no worries.
Said what is this dialogue? Nothing's happening. Is this tension? Said Silver.
Artificial girl.
They've already established that she's dripping wet. Like, there's no tension.
It was
Said
interesting.
Silver as he bent down and grabbed the compass, what fell near Twilight's flank. I'm now convinced Jim Sterling fan who wrote this.
It's honestly, like that line especially, it just sounds like something that would be in the Jim Sterling thing. Just like, what fell on the floor?
Silver noticed Twilight had a darker patch of purple. Oh, Jesus.
What the fuck?
Oh, God.
Oh, piss baby peed herself.
You thought my fucking joke about slime in the dick was off base earlier, but now I've been
She is
fucking-
dripping with ectoplasm.
I've been vindicated. Silver noticed Twilight had a darker patch of purple fur between her flank. Silver realized why she came into his room. Silver placed the compass atop the shelf.
So, Twilight, you look rather pretty tonight.
Oh my fucking God.
Uh,
Pickup line.
So, you live around here often?
His hair
You're a
seemed
flower, I'd
full
fuck you.
in the still room.
Oh. Thanks.
Twilight says,
You're looking quite sexy yourself.
Twilight said, there's a big gap in connotation between
I-
pretty and sexy.
I'd like
Yeah.
to acknowledge that my pop filter does not taste good.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Oh, and this fucking line here is amazing.
yeah.
Twilight said, but then looked away because she was blushing.
Oh, geez, I'm so embarrassed. I said he looks sexy while dripping all over his floor. Oh, jeez. Saying the thing was like the worst
Dude,
part,
when
though.
when she figures out you watch anime.
I couldn't help notice. You seemed to. Oh, fuck's sake. I couldn't help notice. You seem lusty tonight. Today, Twilight.
It's the lusty Argonian maid.
Said Silver,
Ah,
as he
you're.
pecked her on the cheek.
Okay, they went from like, oh right, we're about to be in pussy, to, oh man, this is like middle school, you guys. It's kind of embarrassing.
Oh,
Can't have bad
like-
words. Having go.
Yeah, it's like Twilight didn't think for 3 seconds before she spoke, so she just kicks herself immediately afterwards. Like, if you're going in there and you're nervous, you're like, oh my god, this guy's really sexy. You're not just gonna be like, hey, you're sexy. Oh shit, fuck, God, why did I say that?
Also, hold on. Just like finish the sentence. Because I have something to point out about this whole thing.
Okay.
That weird.
Said Silver as he pecked her on the cheek. Twilight blushed more at his kisses.
Yeah, just a little.
She said,
Shed.
She shed
Father like son,
Live.
Silver Haze.
The way,
Sheep shore.
the way that like she's treating the whole thing is like, oh my god, fucking hot dude. The way he's treating is like, I see your female hormones are getting out of control again.
No,
this is a
this
case
is-
of cervix.
Needing of a dicking.
This is an example of a female author making a Gary stew for Twilight to be the self-insert.
Yeah. Notice how Twilight doesn't read anything at all like herself, like even beyond the incredible butchering of the characters that we have from everyone else. It's because Twilight isn't Twilight Sparkle. It's
like, hey author, you could have made 2 fucking OCs to have this dialogue. You fucking, oh my god, why did you feel the need to just base it off of these characters?
Hold on a second, the porn dialogue is coming.
Oh.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could help me.
Oh, you need a jar of pickles opened or something? Said Twilight.
What's the matter? Are you up on a chair because there's a mouse around you? Ha ha! Unbelievable women. I would be glad to.
Said Silver. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of reading.
This is
Time for
began
another,
to-
time for another singular pornographic sentence.
Silver began to kiss her again. His lips found their way to her lips, and they slowly made their way to the bed, with their lips still locked.
and then they start
also
dancing and
clarifying
dodging
that.
attacks while their lips are locked.
Hit L3 to lock lips. Twilight laid down on her back.
Fuck.
Spreading her legs, Twilight could only moan as she felt Silver's thick cock begin to grow on her belly.
Oh!
Silver could only grin as he felt Twilight lust for him.
Ugh.
Silver traced the hoof down to her slit and was surprised at how tight she was. That, and coupled with her nervous face, he came to the conclusion quite quick.
Collection.
What is with, like, smut authors and the word slit?
Hold on a second, well,
Better word.
I don't know. I really don't know. But
Apparently.
hey, at least he comes to a shocking realization here. Are you a virgin?
It's a vegan. That's
It's like, no, I love meat.
it's a vegan
you-
that's never had meat at any point in their life.
Oh,
They never.
yeah, I get it. It's
Like-
in you and that.
Twilight could only nod excitedly, overtaken by the larger, brawny black alicorn as he hovered oh so close, but so far away from her waiting slits.
Wait, she has multiple now?
Oh my god. Also, I'm suddenly kind of like not like this is all kind of coming into a brand new perspective. You know, I was just thinking like it's OC, Edgelord, Black Alicorn, but now like this new context.
Mhm.
You know, her self-insert is laying down there, and then the large, brawny, black man comes over and ready to shove his giant, thick, ever-growing meat.
Bony penis.
Into her multiple vaginas.
Not at all human penis. Silver could only grin as he replied.
Replied. Sorry, that's not his line. Where is his line? Well then, we will have quite a bit of fun. I happen to know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, this is super wish fulfillment. Don't worry, I value you for who you are and think you are attractive. Also, I know you're a virgin, but it's fine because you're going to have fun because I personally know exactly what I'm doing and am non-threatening.
Silver guided his cock to her waiting slit.
Which
But
one?
before the top one.
I'm
But
not
before
gonna let
he
that go.
took his glorious entry, Twilight.
Glorious
Oh.
entry.
Yeah, this
Glorious.
author really is a virgin because when you lose your virginity, it is by no means a glorious entry. It fucking hurts for the
Yeah.
girl anyway. Twilight suddenly stopped him.
The glorious blood works.
Whoa.
Don't you know I'm a
Blood
hero?
explodes from her pussy.
Blood.
Don't you know I'm a hero?
blood.
Wait, first I have to cast a protection spell.
Holy fuck, I thought you were joking.
No, you know what it is? It's birth control. It's pony birth control.
Oh, I know it is,
So-
but it's like the fact that's like, wait, hold on, I need to wear my ring of protection to avoid prints.
I need to cast a force field over my cervix.
I'm
Silver
casting mage
side.
armor.
Silver sighed as Twilight cast some sort of spell on herself. When she was done, Silver lined himself up and was about to enter her when she spoke again.
Oh wait, that was just the first one. There are a few more.
Yeah, I
see,
gotta
it's
close off
comedy.
the left and right fallopian tube.
Well, she has multiple slits to take care of. Don't forget.
Right. She doesn't want to get butt pregnant. Silver Haze sighed as he waited for a minute as Twilight cast spell after spell on herself.
All right, I need to buff myself. I need to get magic armor. I need to get lightning weapons. I need to make sure that my
Finally.
essence refills.
Okay, and this one will help you get over the slight size. Oh, I just read someone's line, but it doesn't
It's
matter.
okay, I don't want to read it anyway.
Twilight screamed as Silver Haze suddenly thrusted forward. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
No,
Let me just
Through
once.
forward.
Yeah. Also,
I
it's like
guess it's better than trusting in Lucifer.
Also, it's like, okay, you know what, whatever, I'm bored of waiting for you. Raping time!
bringing his giant cock into her waiting pussy.
Oh, it's magic! You
Twilight.
know!
Oh, please make it stop.
Yep, that's exactly how sex goes. It's just like the foreplay is you standing there naked, genitals touching, and then the guy thrusts in, and the girl immediately has an orgasm.
Bite the pillow, I'm going in
even
dry.
I know that is not what you do.
Her spells suddenly forgotten as she was lost in ecstasy, pain, as all she knew was this new thing filling a hole in her she didn't realize was empty in the first place.
How did
Wait a
you
minute.
not...
Wait,
What?
hold on a fucking second. The spells need to be this protection spell needs to be focused on in order to work.
What's the point?
Did you know that the
What's the
first time
point?
I put food in my mouth, I suddenly discovered that I had a hole filled that I never knew was empty in the first place?
New condoms soluble by semen. She couldn't bear to have empty again. Oh
Thank
God!
you, thank you, Balil. That is not going up on the YouTubes, but that is fucking amazing. That is a tasteful rendition of this coupling.
Okay, so Silver Haze's big black veiny horse penis instantly turned Twilight from an introverted nerd to a fucking nymphomaniac.
Oh god.
So go ahead, Nero.
After he's basically like anatomically put her through massive amounts of pain by not actually like
Yeah, canonically.
listening and
Well,
just
okay.
going, hey,
To be fair to the authors, she did cast like a dozen protection spells on herself.
No, but it says that she forgot
Oh,
him.
she forgot them. You're right. So yeah, no, the
so
magic is
you
broken.
have to keep focus on them, so they magically.
Oh yeah,
break
good
off.
point. Yeah, okay.
Right.
So no, yeah, she's fucked.
literally.
Yeah, it's a play on multiple. I'm trying to amaze the word.
Double entendre.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so she couldn't bear to be empty again.
I read that already.
Oh, okay.
That's
So-
what I was
okay.
confident. She's a nympho now.
Enjoying yourself, princess.
Let's take the note that literally just says grunt yourself, princess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoying
Nice.
yourself, princess.
I like to imagine the grunts are what are those blocks in Mario?
Yeah, like the power.
Blobs, yeah, they just
Yeah.
go.
Gold. Twilight adorably, squirmed
Screaming.
moaned underneath him as he pounded her again and again.
Please
Pounding it.
stop.
Pounding
It will
it.
actually really hurt. Could you like
Pounding
slow
it.
down, please, for the love of God?
Oh, silver, harder. Oh,
Was all
sugar,
Twilight could say as she orgasmed.
She's the origami.
She's the origami killer.
She's the origami. Yeah, okay. And became more and more alert.
Folded. She just folded into a tiny paper.
You know, I think that would
Enigma's
really
here.
improve that game if Twilight turned out to be the origami killer.
But that just reminded me of the one thing from SpongeBob. It's like, boop, don't press that button. It's the origami button.
She and became more and more alert. She could feel something was going to happen by how Silver was increasing his pace. Just then, he released his 15-inch cock from her wet mare hood and came all over her belly.
Yeah, she would be in pain.
Yeah.
She would have been
Yeah.
in pain. You did not like.
Hold on. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna find.
Smaller than people are.
Hold on. Hold a second. Okay.
That is bigger
Little
than
pony
that is actually bigger than the
size
penis of like a full size horse.
Okay. Here we go. So, My Little Pony size chart. Okay. Twilight Sparkle, by best estimation, is something in the area of 4 foot high. And just
How
looking
long
at
is
this,
her ass
yeah,
amount?
like her ass is like from this scale looks like it'd probably be about half a foot, so about like 6 inches.
So he's literally like
so-
torn
so,
a hole straight
yeah,
up into her abdomen.
The girth of a 15-inch cock would be way bigger than 6 inches.
Yeah, like this is like this is
is
literally like
Unless, of course, he has the mother of all pencil dicks.
it's like
She's
one
in
of those
thick,
wands.
remember.
It's like
Open your
a
fucking
wand for placement thing.
and shit at this point.
Oh my
She's
god.
so thick.
Oh,
remember.
we're so close to
Oh,
being
yeah.
done, but so far
Just
away.
finish this fucking piece of shit story. Someone read WoW.
Alright, wow.
World of Warcraft.
Twilight, as they both got back their breath.
You really don't know what you're doing.
Baby, I was rated best in sex 5 years in a row.
The two
your
snuggled
mother.
together in bed. Silver's mind was think about the recent events of the day. He remembered
Blew
Luna.
up a castle.
She
I
have
got
to know
laid.
Yeah, I killed a dragon. What happens in an airship stays on an airship. What happens in the castle hallways is announced to fucking everyone
I'm
in the
gonna
castle.
read the author's note too, by the way.
He
Yeah,
chuckled
no,
to himself and then curled up besides Twilight and fell asleep.
Yeah, I believe you can
Okay,
do
now
that.
this author's note will explain a lot about how bad the editing is.
Also, author's note. Hi, everybody. It's me, Glamorous Silver Haze here. The author, not the pony, silly. It's colon P. I know I said I was done with this story, but when my new BF, also the editor of the story, convinced me to do more, I couldn't help but agree with him because as his G.F and then not a dot after that, I love him so much. The fuck is that green text?
Open parenthesis.
What the fuck is this?
Open
PS.
greater
Okay.
than.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
no, wait. What it is it's trying to be a heart, but it's like they use the wrong punctuation, so it just looks like a weird ice cream, like melted ice cream cone.
Oh my fucking God, it's
Parenthesis
terrible.
greater than.
P.S. and now it doesn't have any dots in it. I realized my last BF was terrible editor, but my new one is much better. Really?
he's
It
not.
actually has words.
No, he's significantly
Young
worse.
So I'll probably get more likes. Anyway, I know the story got a lot of dislikes in the past, but still I feel I can get better, and I will start updating regularly again, and hopefully start having longer chapters. The
Lies.
adventure finale begins. P.S. Now lowercase and has the dots again. I, lowercase, practiced my clop writing.
Writing.
Writing. Akin to writing some more. I hope that's it's possessive better. Or not possessive. It is better.
Yeah.
It's
So that
colon
is
D.
actually right.
UAF, United Alicornia Fleet. Okay.
Cornucopia.
Explaining that to us now.
Oh my
Unless-
god.
Wait, if you're fucking and you're fucking, who's flying the ship?
You just see Applejack. I got the rock out of the engine with my penis. I can
It's
fly
not
the
a
ship
bull.
too.
Oh god. Now with this new interpretation of Applejack in the story, all I can think about is, like Applejack and Fluttershy. Fluttershy's, loading up a shotgun, and Applejack's like, tell me about the rabbits, Fluttershy.
Oh god.
Tell me about the rabbit.
Tell me about Angel again. You're gonna have a farm. It's gonna be called Sweet Apple Acres, and I'm gonna have rabbits, and you can help herd them.
This is all just Applejack's hell.
The entire story, like the entire MLP, is this version of Applejack's dreams about the farm.
Okay, but what I want is for them to have a chapter where he fucks Applejack. So that you can see her go, ow, wow, ow, wow, that feels so good.
Okay, I'll one up you there. Not only do I think that Silver Haze is gonna fuck Applejack, they're gonna fuck in a pile of hay or something.
God, actually, what I'd really love to see.
It won't be as hard as finding a needle in a haystack, if you know what I mean.
Here's what I'd love to see. Actually, is the sex scene between Silver Haze and one of the other main 6 members, because basically they've had no personality, so it would be like a one-sided silent story in which the character basically doesn't exist, and he's just sitting there going like,
Pounding it.
pounding it.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Fluttershy. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the story. You're here only to please my Gary Stew.
Oh my god. Alright, well anyway, until next time.
Yeah.
There will be a next time.